Hi, so I'm Jamie Davis, Director of Hills Digital Marketing, and recently, for whatever reason, I don't think I'm the most interesting person in the world, but people have been interested in what I'm doing and how I've got the business from where it started to where it's currently at. So I was going to do a video and speak through how I've got to where I am now with the business and where I want to go with it and who's helped me along the way. So to start off with, my first ever client was Russ Barbers. And he was the first person to really give me a chance to do a video. I started off with leaflets that I used to go around to shops with, and I'll put them here. And I remember it was a really hot day. I drove down to Southend and I knocked on all the doors of these businesses, and I handed them these little leaflets, and everyone shut the door on me, weren't interested. No one really wanted to give me a chance. I don't know if it was young or the product or service that I was offering, but for whatever reason it didn't work out. So I left that and I went away, and people who know me personally know I'm at university as well, getting a marketing degree. So I'd gone to uni, I'd planned this up, and the real aim for the business at the beginning was to just run it for a bit of pocket money. I never expected it to get to where it is today and how it's progressed in such a short space of time. And so back to Russ, I went back into the shop. I wouldn't get my hair cut anywhere else, and I met Russ when I was 17, and I just always go to him for my haircut. So I come back on a reading week, I think it was, and I said, I'll set this business up. Do you fancy letting me do a video for you for free, just to build my portfolio? From the outset, he was like, no, I'm not letting you do it for free, I want to pay you, so just do me a good job. I said, all right, perfect, lovely, thanks for the chance. So I come back, we used drones on the video, just the normal shots, different angles, everything else, lighting. It was the first time I really had a chance to do what I wanted to do. So we did the video, I loved it, and we still work together to this day. And he plays all my videos in his hairdressers up on the screen, so anyone that comes in can see the work that I've done currently and so far. And for someone to do that for me, that has no interest in the industry whatsoever, is amazing. And the help from Russ and the advice from him and his wife has been brilliant, so thank you to Russ. He's been a really instrumental factor as to how the business has grown and growing. So from Russ, he introduced me to Southend United, who were obviously a big football club and childhood club of mine. Me and my dad used to always go. We had season tickets, and that was a chance to really show what I could do on a bigger scale, have a significant following, and that was thanks to Russ, like I said, that put me in contact with them. From there, my company is now a sponsor of the football club. We have a banner up in the stadium, and that was amazing to have my dad in the stands and my mates watching me and helping me film, Lucas and Jacko, while I was at the club. Was brilliant, and they're still working together with them. Some exciting things to come, hopefully. One thing I learned in business is how changes can happen so quickly. I was meant to be on holiday. For whatever reasons, I didn't go, and my friends had come to go out with me, and we'd have a drink and a chat and see what the plan was going forward and everything else. And we're walking across the A127. I was with my best mate Louis Dunmore, and we're crossing. We see this matte orange Mercedes, and Dun was like, "Oh, I recognise that guy." So we knock on the door, and it was who Dunmore knew quite well. It was James Govey, and we got in the car, and he said, "I'll give you a lift to Lee." So we jump in the car, and I didn't really know James that well at the time, and James said, oh, I need a videographer, I'm working with this guy and for my DJ and everything else. And I said, that's really weird you say that, I own a company. And so we got in contact, and we ended up working together, and we still work together. And you probably see that a lot on my portfolio, my profile is working with James quite a bit. And so from that, like I say, things change really quickly, and it's being willing to chat about what you're doing and work with people will get you a bit further, and meeting other people. So my first job with James Govey was on New Year's, and I just met him, like I say, from that lift to Lee. It was just so random. If I'd have gone on the holiday, I would never have met him. And he calls me up, it was late, and I'm just getting ready to go out to celebrate New Year's with my pals at a house party. And he called me up and he said, oh, look, I'm DJing at Club 195. Did you fancy coming along and filming me? And that's one thing I'd say, never ever say no, always say yes. Be willing to do anything, even if it's inconvenient at the time. As it worked out that I ended up having best New Year's that I could have asked for. I was working, and I built a relationship with James that has now gone on a bigger scale to working together on loads of different projects and things. So that's one thing I'd say, just never say no. I went there and I met some amazing people. I met Wayne Lineker that night. I met loads of people in the industry that can help and work with, hopefully, in the future. And that was all from James. So I'd like to also say thank you to James for helping and develop with my business. The next client I had was Fabric Property Group. I met Steve Jacob, the co-founder, through James, and his business partner Matt Harper Penman. We worked together for a few months, and that was a great experience really. I went all the way to Blackpool to film, going back and forth from Essex to Blackpool, and the highlight for me really was the relationship I built with the co-founder Steve, who's helped me progress in business, advised me, helped wherever he could. But the biggest highlight really was the shop opening, which was a great moment for everyone at Fabric, and I'd like to say thanks again to all the team there. So built some great friendships and relationships with all the people there, which was wonderful. So thanks again to them. A key area that's really helped is always be willing to learn. People that are bigger and better than me at videography, I'm always looking up to, watching what they're doing, how I can do what they're doing or better that, and never really being envious at anyone else. Everyone is helpful in some way or form, no matter if they're further along the line or behind you, because one day the guy behind you will want to take over you. So it's best to work with everyone, learn from everyone. You can't go far wrong, and I think that's really why the business has grown so quick, because I've been willing to do that and learn off people that are further along the line from me, but also help people maybe at the stage before where I am, and try and help them come through, because anyone you help inevitably want to help you back in the long run. And it's good to build relationships and friendships, and meeting new people I'm always open to doing, and it's brilliant. And I've met so many people that I would have never have got in contact with if I hadn't set the business up. So from that, it's great. A big client of mine is Churchgate Construction, and they're on a huge scale. I'll put just here a video of the drone shot that we did around one of their buildings, and the scale of what they're doing is unbelievable. We worked together, and the MD there, Derek, and his daughter Jess, have been brilliant to work with. I've really enjoyed that, and hopefully working together on a few more projects coming up. We've got some things in the pipeline, so stay tuned for that. That's some really exciting things coming from them, and working with them. I met just yesterday the owner of Pix, the MD there, Keith. They work with the biggest brands in the world: Rolex, Bentley, Nespresso, just to name a few. And he invited me up to London offices there and showed me around and offered help and developing what I'm doing and working together. So we've got some really exciting things coming with them as well. But yeah, I'd like to say thank you to Keith, because to bring me up and show me and spend a significant amount of hours with me was brilliant. And you should check the work out they're doing. Put their website just here. Really helpful guy. An exciting project and a turning point for Hills really is Military History Tours, who we're working with. We're flying out to Berlin to film with them over a week, and like I say, it's a significant job for Hills. It's the first time that we'll be going outside of the UK, filming abroad, and an area we want to look to expanding further over Europe, and then hopefully internationally. That's the aim for it. I think you've got to dream big to do big, and that's really what we want. And like I say, it's a big step for us and Hills. So thank you for the opportunity from Military History Tours, and looking forward to smash the job with you guys and build from there. The biggest reason I think the business has grown, if I'm honest, is one, my passion and desire for it. Working hours beyond what you would a normal job, like any business owner was saying they do, and really just networking and building relationships and having people want to mentor you. Every person that I've met so far has wanted to help me grow and help get me in a step to the next direction, and without that I probably wouldn't have grown it so quick. I'm nowhere near where I want to finish. I've done very little in terms and scale of business, but what we have done is grow at a rapid rate and learn loads going forward, and every job teaches you something else, and you're only as good as your last job. And I remember one guy telling me, Stevie actually, one good video will get you one good client, one bad video will lose you 10 clients. And that's so true. A video can get you a client, but if you put bad stuff out there, it's not gonna give you a good reputation. And that's what now I live by. At the beginning, we wanted every job to be great, but the skill level wasn't there. But learning and not being disheartened and looking to develop it, you can't go wrong. And that's really where I'm at now, just trying to develop it and grow it.